welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Welcome back once again to Chats with Jack, and I am Jack Talcott. And today I'm joining with different feelings, different energies. I still have inspirations, but mostly a lot of peace to share. And for those who have already swung through, already popped in, blessings to you. I got scheduled late today, so I'm very grateful to see that maybe the consistency or the notifications are working. Thank you to all of you who have joined in already. I haven't dropped the link yet. I probably will, although I've been going back and forth with my format for today and what it is I want to offer in the future. Life is really interesting. It really is. This cracks me up. Ben loves Tommy. Heading to Spokane. Pick me up and we can live stream our journey to see Tommy together. That would be hilarious. And I could just imagine Tommy. after everything, whatever. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. I'm going to get this rolling and we will see where the afternoon brings us. The ideas today, I was inspired by a few ideas, honestly, but it brings me to the concept of natural peace and how peace is natural. And actually, miracles are actually natural. They're not contrary to nature. But miracles are only contrary to what we know about nature. See, my eyes have been opened, my mind has been blown, right? I accept some of these concepts for myself, at least, that, love is a miracle. Life is a miracle. Hope is sometimes a miracle, right? Miracles are abundantly known through love, through faith. We can only know love and faith through life. So recognize and celebrate the miracles of life. Your life is special. Today was created especially for you to experience. And I'm here for you, all of you, whoever you are. Because I went back and forth, admittedly. My ego was battling me today. What do I do? Where's my answers? What do I prepare for? What do I pray for? I reviewed yesterday's stream, and I pay attention to what these streams are offering. In my mind, in my heart, I have my hopes, what I intend and desire to share here each day. Well, what I hope and desire to share here each day is observations, my personal testimony, my personal education, the life lessons I've learned. I'm hoping to share some perspectives and ideas that might be helpful, that some may find value in and maybe even want to share, right? Because if the way I see it is, if I can help other versions of me, which is everyone, we're all living this life together as people. We're just different people. But we're very similar. None of us are the same, and yet there's a sameness that runs through us all. And what I found within myself is a natural peace that's available when I convince my mind to detach from the chaos, to realize, yep, there's fights going on in this world all over the place. Even in my life, people are fighting with me on a regular basis. I don't have to be engaged, though. I mean, I participate as much as I choose to allow myself. In the past few days, I've allowed myself to engage with some real bitterness again. But it's not been bad either. Yesterday was a surprising day. A lot of magic happened in my observations. For those of you who may have missed the stream, we had a real beautiful, eclectic group of people, personalities who joined through. That's one of the amazing things I've been blessed to observe and to participate in on these live streams. And for you who are tuning in, I hope you can see the goodness in this too. The collection of diversity, the different personalities, the different perspectives. People aren't necessarily, I don't think people are necessarily wrong in what they believe, but I believe that many people believe in things that are inaccurate, right? They don't have clarity in what they're saying or doing. Hey, okay, I don't disagree. Individuals should listen to those who are having success in their lives. Now, what is the definition of success? See, this is actually one of the topics I wrote very few notes today, but I have a depth of many points that I hope to share, right? This morning I was inspired by some just beautiful observations on the way the world works. You know, sometimes just hearing the right words allows you to put into your own self a different perspective on things. I watched a beautiful short video this morning on moral disengagement, and I may share it here shortly. But what moral disengagement really comes down to, this idea that we can be disengaged from doing what is right. I don't have to treat you right because, you know, it's okay for me to be insulting and rude and combative because these are excuses, right? Excuses keep us away from doing what is right. And what is right brings peace. What is right brings healing, brings growth, brings forth correction. It doesn't have to be in negative, toxic, combative ways that we keep seeing. So, what is success? I value success as one who is leading themselves through life with wisdom. That was another, I listened to a beautiful collection of thoughts from Paramahansa Yogananda earlier today as well. And there's many of these people, these spiritual mystics in the past and in the present. They're pointing to the value of finding a guru, finding a spiritual guru, right? Because a spiritual guru, the spiritual teacher, is the one who cares only about you developing your spirit, your wisdom. See, because it's through wisdom that we know. But the egoic patterns of this world, everyone's fighting for what they believe. they're fighting to prove their feelings are true. Well, their feelings are true within. So what I found for myself, right, there's within that nature, there's a stillness to the growth and the happening. Sure, life also brings forth the power, right? And there's an undeniable force like the power of rivers, right? They will bring forth destruction when they're swollen and raging. Volcanoes, earthquakes. Mother Nature brings forth some power. So I'm not dismissing that. But the point I want to focus on is the stillness, the power that's available in the peace. That is where we find our healing. Brothers and sisters, if you're feeling anxious, sincerely go out and connect to nature. How do you connect to nature? You stop denying that you're a part of it. When you get out in nature and you see the trees and you hear the birds and the song of life that's there, it like just changes your frequencies inside. And then especially you take your shoes off and dig your toes into the dirt, realize, man, that's my mother. Mother Earth, always supporting us all, keeping us supported with life. It's easy to get detached from nature. It's the insanity of our world, okay? Let's face it. The world profits from people being insane because insane people, they're not wise. They don't think clearly. They don't observe and ask questions. They're just real reactive. Reactive actions. See, and this is another word that I heard talked about earlier today, karma. All these topics, they may seem unconnected, but it's all connected with life. What is karma? But it's as I heard it said, I'd heard it said before, karma is reaction, but it's action. There's actions from the past that bring forth the reactions of today. And that's what life is. Life is cause and effect. So if you want to overcome the past karma that feels bad, right? The past results that are bringing you down and holding you back, to overcome the negative results of the past, we rise above. And we rise above as men and women through wisdom. Wisdom is the path to overcome the beast. But we don't know wisdom without care. See, because an absence of care is an absence of love. And this is how this world, the main society we live in today, this is how it's been turned insane. People who have been looking into the traditions and some of the historical growth of this nation, of like Bohemian Grove and some of how the wealthy and the powerful come together and they connect, right? They're networking, they're strategizing. They're not sitting around gossiping as much, I assume. Maybe they are. I don't know. The point I wanted to get to is many people know of that cremation of care ceremony that's practiced by those people. There's a logical reasoning behind it. There's many different spiritual practices, esoteric and mystical ideas that would support what they're doing, but let's see how that might apply to me and you, right? If these powerful people of influence who are influencing and directing many of the laws and medias of what we experience every day, if they're practicing a lack of care, what do you think is being taught to you and me? We've been taught many reasons not to care. The world has given us many excuses tons of excuses, lots of reasons not to try, not to care. Hell, there's lots of reasons to be afraid and angry too. But we don't have to devolve, we don't have to settle, we don't have to lower ourselves to what's not true. Because only what is true is good for us. Well, sometimes fantasies are fun. I don't see, I'm always trying. I consistently pay attention to the words that are coming out of me, especially the words that are coming out of me publicly. I certainly pay attention to try to make sure what is untrue about what you're saying, Jack. I do not want to mislead anyone. I really don't. Oh, Lizard Tree, you, my friend, I am feeling so blessed. So blessed. Your participation and your generosity was like just the most obvious. Boom, Jack, look at the signs, buddy. Look at the signs. Thank you. I admittedly, Lizard Tree, I mentioned earlier this morning I was kind of in my head. I was fighting my ego. I got the court hearing tomorrow. I haven't heard from anyone. I'm telling you, I got pages of texts and messages where I'm just ignored. No reason to respond to Jack. He doesn't need to know anything about what's going on with his life. Everyone thinks they're a part of me. I mean, the part from me. So this morning, admittedly, with the lack of answers, I started getting into my head and a little frustration getting in. And then with frustration, then that comes for the blame. And I don't like any of that. So, our God, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in my future. I do have faith. I have faith that regardless what happens with me and my home, the words I'm saying are true. Okay? I'm not lying or exaggerating nor trying to deceive when I suggest to you that, well, God loves you deeply. Because I know that for me. And if it's true for me, it's true for you. So this spiritual path, we have the opportunity in life to seek the wisdom of God. Please, I encourage you. That is the only wisdom in life you need. Seek to know God. Please. Someone pointed that out earlier regarding the question of success. People should listen to people who, individuals should listen to those who are having success in their lives. I set the goal to grow in my personal relationship, in my personal knowing of God. That was my goal. I have the goals to succeed in this world. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know in my life that I would love, God knows what I want. God knows the abundance and prosperity. God knows the travel and the influence. God knows what I have dreamed. And I believe that by growing in my spiritual nature, well, it's pretty simple. It's pretty obvious. Guess what it is for you too? Your spiritual nature is love and wisdom. Find it. Grow it. It's natural for you to know love and wisdom. You're not stupid. You're not foolish. Maybe we've done stupid things in the past. Maybe we've done foolish things in the past. Maybe even learning particular subjects was challenging or difficult for us, but we're not stupid unless we choose to stay ignorant. And why would we want to do that? Hey, DeFreak, thank you. Yesterday was a truly interesting experience, and my mind took me both sides, positive and negative. I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have, and I realized that. Thank you for the contribution, sincerely, everyone. Hey, with this, what qualifies a success to you? Those who are living their righteous path, their selfless path. Those people who are achieving great things, sharing wisdom, helping others heal, helping others grow and transform in their lives. Well, it's more than that too. Qualifies as success to me, someone who's truly, honestly joyful, healthy, happy, free. That's what is a success to me, because that's what I set for myself. The goal I set for myself is I want to be, well, I'd heard of these different Buddhas that had evolved and aspired, become realized throughout history. There's been many amazing, our God, our creator, the human story. Man, there are so many amazing mystical stories to learn about, to become inspired by. So long ago, I'd heard about some of the, not just the miracles shown and reported through Jesus, but many of the others. And so I pictured in my mind, why not? Why not try to become a realized man? Become a joyful Buddha. That was actually my goal. I envisioned myself with maybe the persona, the energy of a joyful Buddha. Always laughing, always having fun. I'm still growing. I'm still learning, and I'm still laughing. Oh my God, when I'm alone, I have so much fun. Oh my God. God and I, we have so much fun together. Me and the infinite mind, the infinite heart. The real cage Buddha. Oh man. See, our bodies, we can do so many things with our bodies. This is the human experience. It's such a gift. We've been so naive and confused. And when I say we, anyone who resonates with me, who has spent time in fear or confusion, we've been naive. Solitude is blissful once you make peace. Once you find the natural order of peace, which is what the religions are pointing to, seriously, the whole point of any of the spiritual practices, it is to grow in your peace and your natural nature. And the best way to do that is by seeking wisdom that is helpful, healthy, relevant to you, something you can grow with, right? Seeking wisdom is how we grow our minds. seeking greater experiences. That's how we grow our heart and our spirit, because this is our lifetime to live as ourselves. In my past life as me, growing up as a kid and in the military, angry kid to an obedient soldier to a resentful postal clerk. Golly jeez. But I was proud of every role I played. Somehow, some way, I found a way to be grateful for the life I was living in some ways. And in other ways, I was very resentful and I was very depressed. See? The biblical scripture. Double-minded man is unstable in all ways. When we split apart our mind and our hearts, we start playing these characters in life. And that's what the charade of politics and economics profits from. This billionaire class and the government class that profits from war, and everyone's playing these games of censorship, and humans are just friggin' nuts. Stupid games they play. So there's all these games being played in the world, political and economic stages, and I think we're nuts for not interrupting them. I think the world deserves better. I know that we can all do better. I know the path to our world becoming better starts with me, starts with you. And since we're here together, we can kind of help each other. And that's what I'm trying to do today. Honestly, I've been working on me for a while. I feel like, I'm not at the top of the pinnacle or anything, but I learned a few lessons along my way. I paid attention to my dumb ass. I made a lot of mistakes, so I can relate. I see a lot of people making a lot of mistakes, missing out on a lot of opportunities, not only in my neighborhood, my community, in my state, in the nation. I'm seeing it in the communities here online, and holy cows, man. Once you start looking for opportunities, you can't stop seeing them. Holy cow. See? Recognize that about yourself. The perfect design of this human body and the human mind, you're going to normalize anything. Ooh, it has to do with the way of energy too. Energy synchronizes. Patterns synchronize, and we become normalized to what's around us. But what's around us can create an echo chamber, particularly when you're carrying around negative energies. You get a pity party going around real quick. Oh, yes, you should feel horrible. That's just terrible. Oh, you should cry. I got angry. I took drugs to get over that. I mean, we tell each other all sorts of stories. It's just like, holy cows, man. We hold each other back. I know I used to do that, particularly with me. But we are all here alive today. And today is a glorious day. Today is a day where we can all grow in our relationship with our wisdom. I almost said we can grow in our wisdom, but hey, that's the ego way. The ego learns things, it gets a little intellectual, a little smart, and is like, oh, I'm better than you because I learned this before you. That's what parents do to their kids. It's like, holy cows, man. We're all just experiencing this voyage of life, and we all have the opportunity to learn different things. So It's not so much today's a day to grow in your wisdom. How about this? Today's a day for you to grow in your relationship with the wisdom that you've grown. How about that? Because there's a wisdom that has grown with you, through your lifetime of trial and errors. Right? That's what life really is. Everyone's got it all arrogant. I got it all figured out. I got all the answers for you too. Everyone's got answers. Everyone thinks they got it figured out. Man, let's be honest. Life is about trial and error. We never been ourselves before. We never face the shit that life brings until life brings it. You don't know what's going to happen. You certainly don't know what the future's going to bring. So if we just figure out, that's where I was going with that, because we got a wonderful, amazing guest. And I'd rather jump to this. Welcome, my dear sister, Sophia.
Hello, Jack. How are you tonight?
I am truly feeling blessed, my dear.
Well, that's good to know. I was listening to a little bit of what you were saying, and I read your topic, what your subject matter was tonight. And for me, I get on these, I get this, what's my word? Thinking I can just do everything by myself. So today I've been driving through the mountains, and of course there was a wreck, and there was construction work, and there was everything else going on. So I had to reroute down into the hollers and the woods, and I didn't know where I was. So you talk about relying on God to help you, because when your GPS and your Waze app are both confused and you're confused, naturally you're going to say, okay, Lord, I don't know how I got here, and I got to get to where I'm going, so you're going to have to help me. So it took some time, but I finally arrived to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park area. I'm not in the park, but I'm in the area in the state of Tennessee. And taking a trip by yourself will teach you self-reliance very quickly. I do it at least once a year by myself as a retreat, a spiritual retreat. And you'll learn real quick who you're going to call on if you get lost or something goes wrong. And the trick is really just go ahead and stay connected to God as best you can. If you're already connected and having fellowship and having that peace, then when things go awry or plans don't go as you think they might, you're already connected and God's got you. God's got us if we want him to. And that's all I wanted to hop on and say. I was just listening to you a little bit while I was sitting here in some AC. After unloading my car, I'm nice and hot and sweaty, so I got the AC running. And I just wanted to wish you a good evening or good afternoon, probably where you're at. And keep going. Don't worry about all this stuff, all the comments, all the elementary school behavior, all the naysayers. Jack, you and I don't agree eye to eye on every single thing, but you've got a vision and you're doing your best with God helping you to figure out what your next move is, what your next path is. So don't listen to the negativity. And I told you the other day, of course, I went back to, I told you to leave them people alone and stay away from them. And I was telling myself that. And what did I do? I go hop back in the chat the very next day. I don't know what it is that keeps drawing me back to certain people. I guess I have a lot to learn, and that's okay. And I'm gonna shut up because I know I talk too much. I'm gonna listen to you now.
Sophia, welcome. And that's amazing. Your trip, you're out having an adventure. And I love what you offer. That is great. That is a confidence builder. And I was thinking, I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a woman, but I imagine especially for a woman, going out independently and showing herself how strong she is and independent she is, especially in the beauty of nature. What a beautiful path. And those times of confusion, I love that too, because that's the reality. We set out on our own. Guess what? We don't know where the fuck we're going sometimes.
I was trying to listen to the GP or the Waze app. If anybody ever uses that, it tells you stuff. And it kept telling me to go to this detour. And I kept thinking, no, I know that ain't the way. Well, then I had no choice because I seen that there was a traffic, a parking lot on the expressway. So I had no choice but to say, okay, I don't know where I'm going. I've never been in this part before, but I'll find it. And I knew to just keep driving southeast, and I found it. So it is an adventure every time I do this, and it is a confidence builder, and it does prove to me that I'm physically strong enough to do it. I'm emotionally strong enough to do it and be safe, and lock the doors and all the good stuff that you're supposed to do to be safe, and have protection with me. And are we getting restreamed? Hi everybody.
We got over 100 viewers over there. So.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be quiet. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and hop down. Let's just let you talk and see who else joins you. God bless you and have a good evening.
Hey, bless you, Sophia. I certainly
thank you. Thanks a bunch. Take care. Bye-bye.
Blessings. The other part there too is that in times of confusion, and I mean, admittedly, that's kind of what I was dealing with earlier this morning. That's what I was sharing, honestly, is getting in my head a little bit. And I'm questioning, how the hell did I get to here? Where did I go wrong? Did I go wrong? What does God have planned for me? What are the answers I don't yet know? I don't know. But this is what I realized, okay? If by chance my life is what I think it is, it's an example for others to learn from. No different than anybody else, but just a different story. Well, if that's true, then my faith is being tested. I accept that's what my path has been. Who would expect less as a result if one commits themselves to a spiritual path? Well, obviously, faith and patience are going to be tested. You'll be given ample opportunities for surrender. So I assume that's what this is. And again, today, I surrender my worry. It's become a practice. It's getting easier too. Remind yourself, the words are in the Bible. As long as you can believe that the words from Jesus are true, you've got all the answers you need. Sincerely, love is the way. And there is a spirit of comfort that's available for us all to know. You just seek it. You ask for it. From the Father of the unknown. From the heavenly realms, it just arises from within. And the next thing you know, the worry and the discontent and the little anxiousness, they've kind of disappeared a bit. And you feel a little comfort again. It's amazing. It's like magic. It's the Spirit of God. It's the miracle from the love of Christ that's been offered for us all to know. The love of Christ is real. The love of God is real. One of the ideas, and here I am encouraging anyone who's open to the idea. It is time, right? You've pushed yourself long enough in this life. You've done good and you've developed, but it's time to push in a little bit further. And I encourage you, spend time, devotion, intentional thought. I want to know you, God. I want to know you in greater ways than I have. And the best place to look is within you, right? Within you, your memory banks and what the world has shown to you, because that's how the Creator is going to communicate. It's amazing. The God I've come to know I know there's religions that argue, is there a God and what's his name and blah, blah, blah. People argue. That's the egoic patterns. Break the patterns of ego. To breathe in the peace, to breathe in the life of knowing you. Knowing you are a divine aspect of the creative force. There's a power and a will that's within you that gives you strength. Don't overlook that. Recognize that. And if you name it, I mean, I've given that strength within me the name of God. God is my strength. It's through the gift of sight, vision, knowing that God allows me to know anything. So it's by God's grace I get to know that there is a will within me. I get to know that there is an awareness of me. And most importantly, I'm trying to remember the quote I heard earlier. It was something about, as you get to know thyself, get to know the relationship with God, you're going to spend more time imagining God. And as you spend more time imagining God, you come to realize God imagined you. When you realize that, God imagined you to be you so that you could know you and the world that you know today. I find peace in that knowing that, oh, holy cows, here is a guest. Welcome, Squatting for Love. Are we bringing forth what today? Do we have intentions, or are we just credit to you for exploring? But I'm not sure what the intentions are. See, and this is what's been making my life kind of challenging, is the people who experience with me, they got lots of opinions about me, but trying to understand the true intentions. Anyway, here, finding natural peace. What I found for myself is the path to natural peace, recognizing the peace that's available in the natural moment. The moments are naturally flowing. There's no resistance. There's no distortion. There's no pain to the way that moments flow. So every moment has a natural peace within it. And what I found the way to embrace that peace is through the path of wisdom. Wisdom is the universal gift. It's the power of mind that takes us beyond the disagreements, beyond the misunderstandings. And so I see a connection in my mind. I see a clear connection between the wisdom, the universal power of the truth and what wisdom brings, and love. Those are all connected. So if we live by wisdom, wisdom includes the aspect of not just ourselves. Wisdom includes what is best for the universe, for the universal all. That's when we know the true wisdom. So that's why I see the spiritual practices are deeply related to the search for wisdom. Truth frees us. God is the truth. Seek to know the truth. And then don't lie. Don't exaggerate. Don't manipulate. Don't distort. And then all we got to do is recognize the other balance. The other balance that's really simple is love forgives, fear condemns. And this world we've been born into You can give it the mythological names and all of this. This could be said to be Satan's realm of condemnation and conviction and punishment and hard work and retribution, revenge. Oh my God, it's just chaos and nonsense. Doesn't accomplish squat. All it does is it keeps us distracted from learning and loving and living. Apparently Jeeps wants you to tell me I'm corny. I don't know why I saw that. I love you too, Jeeps. Holy cows. It's kind of an interesting display. I mean, because sincerely, Paul, after the nonsense crap you said earlier, for you to sit here and stay silent, I'm actually holy cows, man, this is too good. Where's that at? I gotta find this. Where's Tribe at? Oh, there's that one. I thought I had more. Like that? Is that what you're talking about, Tribe? Whoops. I don't know why I dropped into that. I'm sorry. That's just foolishness. But I am curious, sincerely. I know there's reasons. I know God inspires and moves. But if people don't explain themselves, it's challenging to know. And seriously, Paul, I pointed out what I saw, which was you describing your behavior, and you chose to block me. I even said it in fun. You know it was in fun. And I got blocked. And I'm still blocked, I think, on Messenger too. And yet you... Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm seeing, actually, unfortunately, I'm going to move on. I don't see what Paul is doing. I mean, if you've got something to offer, please, you're welcome to share. But sitting here just to be distractive, especially after the nonsense claims you've made, holy cows. Do you see the patterns of denial, people? I wonder. Hey, Tribe, you're welcome to click the link and air your grievances, please. Feel free, Tribe, because I'm not sure what my true intent that is now on record. I'm not sure what you've found convicted of. I don't, holy cows. Am I doing this again? I wonder if I'm doing this again. Yesterday, what I saw happening, I don't know if others may have witnessed it, but there was time I was praying. I was like, God, what do you want me to do? What the hell is this? Why is this happening? And I noticed that the stream seemed to be totally distracted from the purpose of what I was offering. And so I wonder, is that the is that the energies of agents of chaos that want to disrupt people from learning and growing from me, through me? I mean, I do kind of think it's possible, honestly. Because I know what I've experienced and what I've seen, and I've seen how devious and illogical the human ego is. People will literally shoot themselves in the foot just to get out of doing stuff. It's been documented. People are stupid. They're very self-destructive. And when they're not self-destructive, the patterns of destruction are externalized. And these patterns of destruction being externalized, that can be clearly heard through the voices of people like Netanyahu, the clowns in the United States Defense Department and administration. There's people, brothers and sisters, there's foolishness afoot. There's corruption that cannot be denied anymore in our governments and our banking systems, the economic. I know it's so easy to make excuses and to say, well, someone else will fix it. Someone else will do it. Or, no, you got to go do something else. Guys, we're here to change this world. Hey, beautiful. And welcome. Hank, how you doing, man?
Hey, Jack, your hunch is correct. I can also confirm that Paul is watching your stream from his stream. He says restreaming. So I have a gift from Slavia. But yeah, I'm a great agent of chaos, but I actually support what you're doing. So happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day, Slavia.
America's
Paul,
crazy.
America's crazy ex-girlfriend. Happy Mother's Day, Slavia.
Here. Oh, I'm so slow with this. Bear with me. Just one more moment, and that's what we needed. That is beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Hank.
Yes.
And actually, Paul is in the back, but I don't know if he's there or not. He didn't say anything when I brought him up before.
Let's bring him back up and see if he has anything to say right now.
I don't know.
Hey, Polly boy, did you like my Mother's Day present? That's an exit 0. That means he loves it.
Ah, well, I would say he's playing the role of the daddy he knows, but maybe that's not true. Maybe he wanted an absentee father. He wanted a dad who wasn't around. Couldn't take him to get treatment or couldn't take him to get evaluated. Because it seems that's the role he's choosing to play. He likes to claim daddy, and yet he's quite absent and detached from the reality that I see. Hey, Hank, I know your offer to him and Unslavia is with care. Happy Mother's Day. Although that was yesterday, right?
Yeah, but I was busy yesterday, so
All
I
right.
have to celebrate today.
Hank, rock on. I love how you just be you. Yeah, so what? It was yesterday. I'm celebrating it today. Good for you, man. Happy Mother's Day.
And Paul can join us today. So happy Mother's Day, Slavia. All his audience can see it.
Holy cow.
See how respectful I am. And there's nothing they can do about it except cry in the chat room or be happy about it. I recommend the latter because Paul and I seem to share the same spiritual mother, Discordia, but she likes me more. So happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. And Paul's so funny. The question he's asking is what I really want to know. Why do so many people enable and promote Paul to his own detriment? They haven't been calling him out on what he's doing. And it's reinforcing behavior that, well, the truth is true. And I don't have to describe what I see. What is true is true. Fear condemns and love forgives. I bring forth a lot of forgiveness. I hear a lot of condemnation. You notice that? How condemning many of these people are? Even in Unslavia. I mean, I don't want to point a big, to a big group, but there are many who fit that definition. Falling right into the libel and foolishness that's been shared by Mr. Paul Enslaved. I was thinking about that earlier.
Well, think about this. They're condemning us, but they're in the peanut gallery getting nothing done. So how much is really worth? What's their credibility other than being mad on the internet?
They find opinions that agree, right? When they stay in their echo chamber, then they're all telling each other how right they are. And so that's how they justify it. Selective memory. Dude, this is something I was thinking about earlier. Selective memory is what I'm seeing in the egoic nonsense, people looping on their accusations. They've selectively chosen information that fits the narrative, and they're ignoring all of the other stuff that disproves what they're saying.
For example, in Unslavia, we went to clips because they didn't like what they had to see. I guess they do not like Mother's Day, so they go into clips so they don't have to have this burned into their memory. Well, too bad. I still have this, and you don't have control. I do, and Jack does. So, well, you could hit that X button. You could just stop watching us, but we know better.
Welcome, Truth or Cock.
More fedoras, yes.
Oh, yeah.
More fedoras.
Fedoras on board today.
I love it. There may be something to that. I wonder if it helps you guys think.
It could. It might. I don't know. Try it out.
It does remove some of the damage I would get things knocking on my head. So.
Jack, you're driving me up a wall, man. You're driving me up a wall.
How so? What can we resolve?
I mean, allegedly Paul came up here and didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, then you just said something about picking information to choose your narratives, but the only one talking about the narrative being spun is you. And y'all are just assuming. This is what I see all the time on YouTube. It's this energy. And I just found it in myself. I found it deeply rooted. It's deeply rooted in me. Okay. I see it. I know it well. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm the greater chaos agent. So pretty much, you just had to go with my narrative anyways. You go chaotic. So
here,
I'm the prophet of Discordia.
Please hold on. I want to come back to what Truth or Cop was saying. I love what you're saying because I realize, yes, I've been learning and growing myself on these YouTube streets, so to say.
I prefer screets with the K, just to piss Paul off. I got to keep it balanced here.
I got you. Well, there's something here about Paul and I, but I encourage you, don't assume I'm in the wrong. He was sitting here silent. That part is undeniable. He's not. And after the narratives he's been offering about how he's created me and the only reason, and he has no reason to come to me, right? I have to go to him because I'm so needy for him, right? He's got all these nonsense narratives going on. So please, Truther, let's not enable it. I'll bring him up.
If we go back into the past and the history, of course, we can start painting these things. But
I'm talking about today.
Well, hold on, though. Look at it from his eyes for a moment. Because no matter what you do, when he says nothing, what is he going to say? What is he going to think? What is he going to tell everyone? And what are they going to see? Because it's
Who
very
cares?
clear and obvious, and there's no getting around it when you're going to make assumptions
Okay,
and presumptions about him, regardless
right.
of his intention.
But there's also 0 point in me having him here, right? If he's going to sit here and say nothing and just build it for his own narrative and use, he's obviously not here for my purpose. So
no, this isn't true. This isn't true.
Well,
we got other guests here. We got other guests here. I'm gonna we'll
you
swing
missed
back.
your perfect
Welcome,
chance,
Tom.
Jack. I mean,
How
I'm not
so?
gonna try and quote him, but the first thing Truther Cop came up and said, you should have put the line on him, Jack. Say it.
That's you.
Boom. Hank knows what's up. I'm so
I
sick of
know.
you and Paul saying that. It's like
It was
ruining this
him.
community that you both looped
Oh
that
my
new
God.
shit.
No, Jack, this is
He
you.
was
And
right.
Well, I
he is
am far
showing,
superior
he
to
is
you, Truther
showing
Cop,
that he
but I wouldn't
controls
call
your
me your
show that by
god.
saying nothing, all you have to talk about is him.
Are
Is
you
that
kidding
really
me?
what you think he's
Truther,
doing?
That's
you
what he's
are
going to say.
deluded.
That's what
Hey,
he's going to say,
Truther,
is it not? Is
Truther.
that not what he's going to say?
Okay, but
You are
Truther,
oblivious, Truther
hold
Cop,
on.
and you're a
Let's
son of your
roll with
daddy.
that.
Shout to Arpole.
Hold on. Let's roll with that. Let's say that is so stupid and it's so true. Okay, say it's so true and he's that stupid. Does that change? Does it change what's true? No. What it would do is show that Paul is a clown who presents a false narrative regardless of what the facts actually show. And Truther, you've been one who gets caught up in that. That's why I think
Truther wouldn't know truth if he fucking had it shoved up his ass by a prostitute. It's called pegging.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Your
He
mom
does.
said that that's what
if
she
you've
felt
never
inside me
tried
last
it.
night. So deal with that,
Here.
bro.
Here, since you wanted to defend Paul, here is his opportunity. Does
I'm
he
not
have
defending
anything to offer?
Paul, sir.
Well, I asked
listen.
Paul to explain himself, and you wanted to present something.
I don't need to present anything. It's obvious what he's doing. I
No,
don't.
not even on your own
The
channel.
narrative
It's
is spinning
irrelevant.
around. He doesn't even need to speak. And the
Right.
show
Mother
is about him,
Slavia.
and he's saying nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
so what
the
do you think
loser,
he's
failure,
accomplishing?
hater way to respond.
What do you think he's accomplishing?
Good question. Make
What
him
does
answer that too.
well, dude, what is your show about, Jack? What are we talking about today besides Paul?
Oh, truth or cop. See, this is your ignorance. This is the problem. You don't listen to what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't either. I know.
You think my stream might be something like Paul's because Paul shows up and all Paul does is talks about nonsense. But what I actually talk about, what I've been talking about today was God, love.
I bet. Probably the false one.
Well, the love of God is really what I'm talking about. And God's love for you is what I've been talking about. So
Machine Lies, this isn't like me versus Truther Cop. You need to think of me more like that scene from the first Turtles movie where Raphael was on the roof just fighting all the Foot Clan. The community hosts are the Foot Clan, and I'm still Raphael. And I go, hey, come on! How you guys expect to beat me?
But you know,
Only
the
without the good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, last week we went over your credentials on your God detective skills, and we can't really trust you. You don't have any.
Now kiss.
Hey, I'm curious what we're doing. I've got baby Jesus
I ask
in
myself that every day.
Hey, I'm pretty sure
What an honor, Jack. Roll out the red carpet, please.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is a piece of a disrespectful troll. And I've really grown kind of tired of the disrespectful troll. It's like Five Eyes Bomber and then eyes again.
It's weird to call yourself a bomber and think you're going to get brought up. I'm trying to think of the riddle aspect, Truther Cop. What's a Five Eyes Bomber?
That's what it is.
You mean like Five Eyes? Yeah, that's definitely hentai porn. You better be on your guard with what might pop up there at any second. Hey, Hank, what is that? Is that Oh, the elevator's
know
still
that's
off.
from.
like the
I have to
UK,
do a
the
reverse
US, and
image
Australia,
search.
right?
I had to crop it and do a reverse image search.
Definitely
I don't
wasn't
know where that's
Bible
from.
Black. Bible Black is
That
crazy.
that one's not Bible Black at all. That's some elf thing. I had to do a reverse image search. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh, our poet was sus. Me and Hank share in common. We've delved into that animation style.
Tom, what are we doing?
Waiting
We're trying
for
to
the
figure out
rapture.
what that was, so we can trace them back and give them a
Right,
visit.
we're all waiting for the rapture.
Okay.
We're World
All
War
right.
III.
You know what? I lost track. There's another guest in the back that has really brought me a little more than disappointment in the past. I'm not certain.
Like so many in this community.
Right. And it's like, at what point do I stop punishing myself? What time do I stop allowing these people around me?
I don't know, because I got like recent footage of you over there still chumming it up, saying, Paul, how do we reach these dumbasses? I don't
I
know,
know.
Jack.
I know. If I can't get through to one of you, I'm going to go back to
you
Paul.
can't. We're trying to get through to you.
And I can't get through to Paul, so I keep turning to
No,
other
that won't happen. He's a sociopath. You cannot change a sociopath.
You can't. He can change. He can change himself.
Well,
As soon
I
as he
can
humbles
change his
himself, he will.
heartbeat rate. I can change his side of the ground he exists on, but that's
And you already got through to me, Jack. You already got through to me.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
I can
And
change the way the community views him every time I do a hate stream about him.
But
Tune in
here,
tonight. I'll show you.
Tom, nobody
Tom.
gives a fuck what you say about anything.
The fuck they
I
don't.
do,
They're loving
Truther
it.
Cop.
I'm at my
Tom, what are you
peak.
talking
I've
about?
never been as YouTube.
I agree.
Freaking fake news.
I know.
Cop.
Truther, yes. Exaggerations, please. They don't help. And Tommy, actually, there are quite a few people who pay attention to what Tommy says, because Tommy sees things that others may ignore or may not notice. I'm not really defending or encouraging Tommy, but
Tommy never makes exaggerations.
You might as well just take it as play it where it lies, because it's kind of like music. Some of these channels, they're really popular. Everybody loves them at first, and then people slowly like, I hate that song. But then, do you ever notice how sometimes you don't like a song right away, and then it becomes one of your favorite songs eventually?
That's what I was talking about. People need to be careful about what they normalize. It's part of the patterns. Yes, we do that. We'll find a song, something we don't like, and then we'll normalize it, and it'll become our favorite sometimes too.
It's because we like to already know what's going to happen. That's why people love World Wrestling, because even though it's different, you know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to run in with a chair. There's going to be some like underhanded dude drama. That's how they've associated WWE with Shakespearean plays. Shakespeare wrote as many like weekly or monthly plays for the public as there is wrestling, and he's just always rewriting the same stories, just changing it up. And they loved it because they know the brother's gonna kill the mom or have sex with the mom. They know something like that's gonna happen.
Right. Predictable novelty is what it sounds like. That's the way of nature. Nature brings forth novelty, and it can be predictive. I bet that's why people fall for that, why they're so attracted to it, because it's natural. I'm telling you guys.
You like the predictive patterns. You don't like the randomness. If you went to work every day and it was in a new location with a new job to do, you'd be like, it's crazy. I don't like this.
Maybe. For a while, you might enjoy it.
I was here.
Jack, I'm gonna make you look like a prostitute whenever I have this clip of you going, I feel good. I'm doing stuff to make me feel good. I hope I'm making other people feel good.
Okay. Please go ahead, Adam. Lance.
Said no one ever.
I think
maybe Tim.
I think Tom understands. That's what I was gonna say.
Tom understands things, but
it's McNemesis. I'm taking Lord McNemesis for flowers. The Lord's milkshake and Lord McNemesis to the heart of the McNemesis.
And
Hey, how's it going, Tommy?
Can I have
It's
a
funny to call him
20-piece
McNemesis because
McNugget?
that dude looks like he breathes McDonald's fry grease.
Nemesis.
He just like exists in an atmosphere of McDonald's fry grease.
Tommy, are you listening?
Holy cows.
McNemesis,
Hey,
will
I
you please
think it
take your order?
sounds like your genetics have been McGenesis.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Why is everyone
McNemesis.
triggered as soon as I entered the panel? I don't get it.
I'm not
You-
triggered yet.
You
No, Hank,
Certainly-
you're always
I'm not triggered
cool.
yet.
You're always cool, Hank. I'm talking about little Tommy here.
You want an answer? It's because your ego shows up, and the egos see egos, and egos want to compete. And it's pretty interesting to watch. It doesn't really accomplish a lot. When egos come together, it's like a bunch of little I don't know what animal it would be, like these birds or something. They come together, caw, 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 like barking at each other.
How about a pack of dogs that have not established
Dogs.
the alpha?
Dogs.
Yeah, and we haven't
Yeah.
established the alpha. And as soon as you guys realize that Ren is indeed the alpha, you idiots, then you can all chill out. But Hank, did you know that Jack pretty much forefathered the holding up a thing to the camera? You still have your little napkin note there, Jack?
Mm-hmm. That I do.
That was some season 1 shit.
But I took that from actually JG.
I couldn't remember if JG was mocking you
Yeah.
or if you.
I didn't think he could write.
I think you owned it, Jack. Maybe JG
Or
was the
spell.
first
So,
because he lives in
Tommy,
restrooms
remember when
and-
we talked
and
on your
liminal
panel? But
spaces. But I think you owned
didn't
it.
you block me, Tommy? Tommy,
How many times did you have to prick your finger to be able to write that?
Tommy,
I'm just
No.
playing with you, bro. I'm just playing.
I know.
say Tommy.
McNemesis learned relationships off the Springer show.
Yo, I didn't get to say fucking it. I'm sorry. I apologize. You guys got me all wound up. It's your fault. Listen, I've been trying to chill out,
Yes, it is my fault. I take full responsibility, Browns boy.
and I haven't been able to say much. But I kind of
I'm
was
watching
wondering what
everybody
the fuck
talk
was
on my
happening.
big screen. I'm not hearing anything through the phone.
So I don't even know what's happening.
We're making the world's biggest omelet.
These
Anyways,
nuts.
before, I mean, like I said, I guess
Brown's
me and
boy has a
Flo,
solid gray
we
circle
got
expanding
into
and
it
retracting. I don't hear
before,
shit.
and
Hey,
you know, like,
McNemesis, could I get a 9-piece?
hello, can anyone hear me?
Girlfriend's
yes.
always getting a 2-piece.
Nah, it's hard
That's
through
what I
the.
got.
It's hard.
Barking
Everyone's
over
like
each
over
other.
talking each other. I don't.
Yes. It's
The
fascinating.
corn syrup makes your voice. I don't know.
Well, let's try one at a time. Go ahead, Nemesis. What were you saying?
Yes, Jack. Like before, I know things get heated between us,
Ooh.
and that we have difference of
nothing. Is he talking?
opinions. But I do find myself
Brown's
agreeing
boy, can
with
you
Paul more these days. And the reason is simple is because I have come to, I'm no longer a statist. I do not believe in the state.
Good for you.
Good belief,
Good
sir.
job.
I'm gonna leave and come back. I hear
Great
nothing.
belief.
I'm so glad.
But do you still believe in it? Because you said I want to sit down with government officials. That's what you said. So you're
And
still a statist?
I could
Hey,
actually probably take over
Who
this.
says
To
he's
be honest.
not sitting down with government officials right now, bro? Back off.
What I mean is he told me that he would like to sit down and talk with government officials. So that tells me he thinks that some government officials have
Well,
authority.
First order of business is take a shower and stop eating whatever it is that is fucking with your everything.
That's something Paul said in his own chat while he was watching us.
I'm
let me
like
quote
Jack's
him.
just ignoring
Proper
whatever I'm
most people,
saying.
I
like,
own you because you
what's going
cease to
on?
know yourself and purpose. Hey, Paulie boy. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's not an answer. I mean,
yeah, he's oops.
He's projecting.
well, what are you talking about? What am I projecting?
He's playing
No, not
games.
you, McNemesis. Our Raiders are projecting. They think they own us when they got backwards.
I'm asking Jack if he believes in authority. Do you
Jack
believe
has
that?
authority here. That's correct.
And they must
Hold on,
respect.
Jack. Did MC Nemesis show his paperwork to get in here? Can we please have him show his paperwork?
I don't know.
Nemesis,
Hey,
It's
how
not even worth it, is it? I just kick him out of here.
Hey, Jack, I
Nemesis,
just
how
got
do you
something.
have a firearm if you're a double time spousal assaulter?
Here, let El Perro, please. Welcome.
Yeah, I just got a quick thing to say, and then I'm out again. I had to stop up and say something because, Hank, I gotta love you, brother. And, you know, putting up that sign, that's that thing about you got a mouth, but you don't have to use it, right? And I just, I'm not trying. And I'm gonna let you know, guys.
Wizard,
you know,
go talk to
along.
Paul.
Hold on. Let me talk here. Along with the fact that I'm learning about my anger because of Jack. You know, Jack's the one that put up the sign. Is this real? Jack's the one I learned about. Hey, wait a minute. That makes sense. Communicate with these guys while they're all screaming and yelling. I can still say what I need to say. Don't you get it? Thanks, guys.
Don't you get it?
Well,
You're
that's kinda
still
like-
looping your shovel.
This
This is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This kind of goes back to that example with you and Paul Talcott. With the man, dude, it like Wizard. I'm sorry. It wasn't even like where anybody thought I was going to go, and y'all thought I was going to go so many different places. You made me forget. Shame on you.
Right.
Shame
You
on
got
each and
so
every
many
one of you
places to be.
in this targeted slave. Dude, don't you be targeting me.
Yeah, shame on me for wishing Enslavia a happy Mother's Day. Shame on me for trying to talk to Paul and him saying nothing because somehow I control that.
You have a
Shame
crowd
on
of
me.
very
I take full
unfocused
responsibility.
retards here, Jack. They're
And
retarded.
Paul and I are
literally,
brothers in Discord.
like they don't talk. Like what the hell are they talking about? They're literally retarded.
Dude, do you know what it sounds like for you to call somebody retarded in your accent?
What?
Right.
How am I acting? No, you're acting
No,
like
you
look at Hank.
sound retarded. You
Hank
are
is
retarded.
holding up a random sign.
Oh,
This
man.
dude is pretending to be a police officer, and this other
Hey,
dude
this
has
dude,
a.
And
this
you
dude's
pretend to be
politician calling
relevant,
other people
cool, good
retarded.
rapper,
This
skinny,
other dude has
retarded out here.
non-usual women.
Holy
I hear that there
cow.
was some
Holy
retarded people
cows,
over
man.
here.
This is actually my life, too. Holy
Right,
shit.
that's what we've been trying to tell you, Jack. You don't have much more than an outlook. You don't have much more potential than this.
Nobody knows anything about Jack. You can't ask him a question without him fucking lying. He said he was going to get
knows
kicked
anything
out.
about you. That's for sure.
This is actually my life. Holy cows, Hank. This is our life, man. This is what our life has brought us to. Holy cows, man.
Still more late than my workday this morning. I mean, during wrap up, that I know just left without bringing the ICs to my line. So, and I talked to the manager. She didn't give them the order to leave. So, oh well, it's just people are people, and that's why I don't feel like going into management because I feel like dealing with that crap. It's hard enough dealing with this.
Our whole world can change very easily. And it starts with how we treat each other. I don't know what's been so difficult for people to understand about that. We're just here to treat each other a little better than we have. It's not so difficult, right?
Not for me, but apparently other people have a really, really hard time with it. So we need Mr. Rogers back.
I'm just simply trying to have a conversation.
Yeah,
Here,
but when you're trying to have a
what.
conversation, you're trying to tell people I'm a PDFer that you beat your girlfriend.
Well, hold on. Let's not go into the past because you're right. There's lots of stuff that we could deal with. But Nemesis is sitting here in the private chat telling me that Jack is a liar.
You said you were getting evicted in March, but yet you were.
Oh, I know that one. Can I take this one, Jack? He's got an extension in the eviction trial, or not trial. You know, the eviction hearing. He's got an extension. You don't understand that. Like when you go to court over beating your old lady, you have a lawyer go get you an extension. So you need a few more McNemesises before you hit the slammer.
Yeah, Nemesis.
Right. Just like whenever Tommy.
Hey, clown boy. What I want you to do is consider how according to what you do and
Wait,
don't
why are you
know,
calling me a clown
because
whenever
you
you're up
called
here
me a
with the funny
liar.
face? You are a liar.
You explain your
Nemesis, have you no
accusation
self-awareness,
where
bro?
you are a false witness.
Wait, so you said that you had an extension. You said you were being evicted in March.
No, I said the end of the agreement, the lease agreement ended in March. I've been
And
very
you said
open.
you were going to
Hey,
tell the world.
hey, knucklehead. Hey, Nemesis,
Hey, bitch.
you're about to leave.
You're a bitch.
You continue disrespecting me, you're out of my life.
You call me a clown? Fuck you, bitch.
No.
You're a clown.
Next request.
Well, McNemesis, you're like a McDonald variety of a clown. Just 2 weeks ago, you were a Trumpinator and up Trump's ass and a total government of bootlicker. And
A
so
vote for Trump is a vote for crypto.
What's that?
A vote for Trump is a vote for crypto. And honestly, no matter what people think of politics, if America falls behind on the crypto, we're going to fall behind like second world level. We're so behind as it is. People don't realize it. The SEC case.
Change it. Let's change the world.
Well, I still, Jack, until November rolls around, I'm going to stand by my prediction. I don't know how, but I don't think there will be a 2024 election.
Help me and we'll make sure it doesn't happen.
I think they'll make sure it doesn't happen. It's what kind of catastrophe will keep us from being able to.
Hey, Tommy, Tommy, it's pretty simple. They're all both really, really old. So one of them just needs to have too bad of a health issue.
No. Did you see the guy reading his letter about being called back to the service on a certain date, but it was signed your Commander-in-Chief, Orange Man? Isn't that peculiar?
Hey, I suggest
I can take it a cooler conspiracy way. My new favorite take by Elon Musk. They asked him who he thinks is going to win the 2024 election. He goes, "Who's going to win the 2032 election? What AI software is going to be the 2032 president?" And everybody kind of like in the group, in the crowd was like, "What?" And then he just like did a maniacal laugh, and they were like, "Whoa!" It was pretty cool.
Oh, Paul has another message for us in his chat.
Oh, let me guess. You guys gonna vote for your daddy? My man said there's a lot of black people in Africa. Respect my authority. I'm
pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close.
It is pretty close.
You want to show it?
I'll kick you in the nuts.
That is what America has become. All of these little juvenile people. But here's
fatherless boys that claim to be daddies and get all this pussy, and even though they don't stick their micro dick in women, they're not gonna have a baby with. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna cover some of that. I'm gonna do some poly loops tonight.
Can we please? I mean, the point I wanted to get on here and discuss is how peace is actually available.
Yeah, anybody can get a piece. These hands rated E for everyone.
No, peace is available right now. The absence of conflict, the absence of worry and fear, that is where peace is known. Peace isn't the absence as much as it is the wholeness. And we feel whole. Well, it's really easy to feel whole. We can become one.
I feel those holes.
We become one with the moments of time, allowing yourself to get lost in the flower, or get lost in the nature, get lost in the activity of being who you are.
I feel like that's what I'm doing every day, and that's what I'm despised for, and that's why I keep doing it. Sigma grind set.
What if your character could be kinder or more gentler though?
I do that in actual life, but since this is our weird meta existence, I feel like there is a requirement of some level of shock or after I've shocked for 2 years, then I'm gonna flip it and just be totally Jack Talcott to someone, and that'll catch them off guard to where I reach them.
Yeah,
You know, it's the
I feel the same
extreme
way.
swinging back and forth.
I always recommended shock therapy if that counts.
Yeah.
If you were an electrician working beside me and you shocked yourself, I'd laugh and touch the same wire you shocked yourself on.
Dude, I purposely leave this one bathroom fixture off the wall, so if it's dark and I accidentally touch it, I make myself laugh.
Excellent.
And can someone try and get Brian O'Shea to my show tonight? I heard him talking. He did miss his calling in life. I want to tell him.
Let's just call him a comedian.
No, I worked with mentally handicapped people for almost 10 years, and when I heard him on a show saying that he wanted to try that, it dawned on me he is perfect for that shit. I'm not making jokes. Brian is a perfect person for working with mentally handicapped people.
Yeah,
as long as he doesn't secretly try to touch them or hike with them, he would be good at that job. It takes a Brian O'Shea type attitude to get through day after day of possible feces designs on walls and shit and making jokes that nobody laughs at but mentally handicapped people. He'd be great for it.
He's an Irishman.
It's worth a try.
Lord Farsquat, I just said I did it for like 8 to 10 years. I'm not sure how many. But anybody that's fronting the John Lithgow voice.
Talcott, how do you encourage people to say things in a kinder fashion, man?
Why don't you say things in a lesser fashion along with
How about
eating?
you shut your
Tom,
before I
please.
I'm sorry, I hate Truth or Cop.
I would just bare knuckle box you in the streets.
Yeah.
I wish you would. I wish you would,
Get
Truth
in
or Cop.
line. Get in line, everyone.
Yeah, this is
My grandmama didn't play no harp. You can come fight me in the streets, see what happens.
God.
Is this not
my
water
grandmama
balloon
go
fighting?
senile and not recognize my mother as she tried to.
Hello. Truth or Cop asked a good question.
Tommy's got Jack. Tommy's got a lot of talking to get in because when his jaw is broken, he's not going to have so much to say.
Oh, bring that shit. That's my talk. That's what I like to hear, Truth or Cop. And I know since you got them harp playing mommies and grandmothers, you can afford that gas money and that ticket. Let's do it, boy. I'll send you limping on back east. I'll remind you why I'm an East Coast dude out here. Why they don't fuck with me in the Midwest.
I do think Tommy would leave like Truth or Cop's ancestors like to visit him in a certain state that was like called unconsciousness or something like that. If I was a betting man.
Me and Truth or Cop are from around the same stomping grounds, like maybe not the same state, but I know what region of East Coast he's from. I'm surprised he's as big of a pussy as he is.
See, I'm not even kidding you guys.
What are you guys doing?
Asking one simple question.
Jack, you're gonna let Tommy make fun of me because I asked a good question.
He said a mean thing first.
Kindness. That doesn't
I guarantee
make me a
mine's
pussy,
better.
Tommy. Jack, please do something.
Oh,
listen, one simple question, and I'm not even kidding you.
TML took my wrench away.
All right, you guys don't want to be real. That's fine. How about one simple question? If all of us on the panel, if we had to vote, which one do we think would actually be able to fight and kill a bear?
None of us, dude. Not even all 5 of us together could take a bear.
I'm voting for Tommy, though. I think you might be the one who could do it.
I might be the one that could lay motionless while the bear breaks my arm chewing on it to fake death. I might be able to pull that off. We, as 4 or 5 of us, could not. No, men. Do you know what a bear can do, Brown?
Unless we have a gun. A very big gun.
I'd like to, please, because that was just idiocy. Brownswood. I got a serious question. If you guys don't want to be serious,
he can't read when to be funny and when to partake. He does it backwards every time.
He destroys conversations. Everyone I tried to be a part of.
You should have seen his debut stuff on TML. In a white room, Adam Lanz saying stuff. It was sad. Okay, Hank,
I think
we get it, man. I mean, I know you're committed to the bit, Hank. You'd be good at standing on the corner looking for change, like just holding that sign.
Can we please? Holy cows.
Jack, you can't save the world every day.
I just want to save my live stream, dude.
I think it's
What
in good
we're
shape.
supposed to be.
Let's check the.
I thought we
right
were
now.
doing that.
No,
Numbers
you're
rising.
kryptonite. You are kryptonite. Actually, you do attract. Well,
So, hey, Jack, you're in good shape. Jack, you're in good shape. You have 50 viewers on your channel and 100 viewers on Paul's channel. So you're in good shape. So
and probably pick up another 60 or so on OTW tomorrow. He tends to restream me often, or maybe he's stopped. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So the next time Paul is saying half my viewers are his, I'm gonna say, yeah, but 3/4 are Jack's. 3/4 of your viewers are Jack's, Paul. So half your viewers means like 1/3 of Jack's are my viewers. Or some kind of math. I'm not some kind of rocket biologist. I'm just trying to get yoked, you know?
Hey, Paul, you don't own the viewers. That's slavery. That's illegal now.
Oh, they're slaved. It's Paul enslaved.
But guys,
he
are we
played the word
speaking with
magic on him.
kindness
He
right
does
now,
own his
Jack?
viewers.
How do we say this with kindness? So give us an example here. How would we say what we're saying here with
I'm
kindness?
gonna quote Jeep Girl, best cult ever. He owns them.
Honestly, the path I've been learning for myself is self-censorship. I can control no others.
Censorship.
I can control no others. I try and influence and I try to encourage, but holy cows, man, the human ego does as it will.
That's my problem, Jack. I feel like I trigger egos. It's okay, Jack. I'm known to trigger egos when I'm around. It's a thing that happens with me.
You show your ego. Well,
per se. Well, no, you want to consider your vision and then aim towards it, and then that's it. Why would you censor yourself? You pursue what you want.
Well, I've been learning that there's powers in control, and there's higher powers. There's orders to how we communicate.
That's you.
I know, and I'm working with those powers, and I'm not trying to fight the powers. There's orders and steps on how we can communicate, and I know how they're done. I just haven't found the way to master it in.
The power Jack's talking about, that is him there, Tommy. He's not talking about the godly powers. He's talking about the earthly powers.
Wait, where have I seen this guy? Where have I seen Jason? I've seen this dude on my dear friend Moon Boots.
You've
seen Jason Gaudet on Moon Boots. It looks like he's sitting in a shower, don't it?
Nope.
You never been on Moon Boots?
Jason, do you have your stream pass? Can we see it permanent, please?
Absolutely. Damn right. It's right here. Cheers.
Not on Moon Boots. Oh, Stoned and Alone, maybe? Stoned but not alone? Is that it?
Yeah, I got stoned.
All right, yeah. And you look like you got all your equipment in a shower stall at a gym.
Yes, it's terrible.
Should be more careful with your banjo.
What are we doing?
Jack,
please.
All right.
I think Tarek is here because he thought that was a bathhouse, like a men's bathhouse that Jason's at.
What?
No, I just Tommy, I heard Mr. Hank say that it's illegal to be slaves or something like that. Hank, I'm Jack with I guess. You are being by the system, by you consent to be governed by it. What are you talking about?
Is your Wi-Fi connection from your homeland?
Plug it in, Tarek. Plug the audio in. We can barely hear you. You're losing half the packets.
All right. Could you hear me now?
That's a little better.
All right. What I said is, you said it's illegal to be slaved. I'm saying to you, you are slaved by you consenting to be slaved by the corporation that you chose to be governed by. So that doesn't make sense.
Well, I like having the green paper where I can just buy stuff from other slaves. So it beats being in the wilderness.
All right. I'll take it back to Jack. I just want.
I just don't know. What I do know
is that we know nothing. So
that's it is a big part of it, but sincerely, we're making this life harder than it has to be. Every single one of
That's
us
what
is.
she said.
I agree with that. And I like Hank's sign there.
Oh my.
America's crazy ex-girlfriend. Happy Mother's Day.
Unslavia.
Slavia.
Yeah.
Not you, Slavia.
Arpol, that's what he should roll with, I think. Quit forcing it and just let it be that variety thing. Share Arpol's chat there. Life is like a Talcott show. You never know what you're gonna get.
Dude, it's kind of true. I mean, I had ideas for the stream today. And well, praise be.
You know what happens when you make plans, the universe laughs.
Yep, and that's what I've been learning. I'm telling you guys, God is with all of us. And what I have been learning to accept is that I can know God. I can know God and the peace of God and the love of God right now.
Yeah, you better enjoy it, because once you're dead, you're never gonna experience that again, Jack.
Right. Our God is for the living. So live with God's love through you, with you, for you, as you. Live with God's love. It's natural.
Well, that's the thing. You've never known not. So even these atheists are confused whenever they're going to be extracted from that. Like they didn't realize, oh, I was in it the whole time, rejecting it. Now it's gone.
Yes. Tom, sorry.
That's
This is what I realized. This is how amazing God is. When my mind and eyes started opening and I realized, holy fuck, Jack, you were afraid for nothing. You were angry.
No. You weren't afraid, because Jack, when
Tom,
me,
I know
when
what
me
I
a Christian,
experienced.
listen, when me
I
a
know what I
Christian and all these Muslim dudes and me versus Paul will all congregate to be like, Jack, you is wrong. I don't know how you can't see that, man. It's a very epic. Like,
well, I know.
signal.
This is, Tom, this is the amazing thing. God has given me the strength and the fortitude to stand strong despite opposition and despite
That's me, Jack. Jack, that's me. I'm the Raphael on the roof of these hosts. Like,
Tom, this is the whole point. Please, yes, we're getting closer because yes, I am you.
Jack,
We
this
are
is like you
all
and your
very
daddy.
similar.
You and your daddy both think the ease of doing and the good of feeling is what is God's support, and that is not the way it goes.
Partial explanation.
No, it's not that at all. The narrow path is harsh and punishing.
It can be until it's mastered, until it's
no,
overcome.
you don't master it.
Right, you surrender to the will of the creative force.
Okay,
that
one I'll give you, but still, one in the 12-year long one. That's still a road to hell.
I've been practicing this practice of surrender. I'm like, all right, God, fuck, I don't know what to do. So what do? Well,
try listening to some of us, except for when it's Paul.
No, the answer I get is I have to be. I get to be. So how do you want to be, Jack? I don't want to be the way that I used to be. I want to be the way that God wants me to be. And I trust God wants me to be more loving, more kind, more fearless, more Christ-like, following the way.
Jason Gaudet, what made you think I should come up here as the newer guy? Like, how did you look at this panel and go, you know what, I want some of that, and you came up here all cammed up? What made you?
He's been
and I love listening. I'm trying to learn stuff, and
right, that emphasizes my question. What about this panel made you think I better roll right up?
I'm stoned out of my fucking tree, and I'm just
okay, loud and clear. That was good enough. Now I'm okay. That's fine.
It was low I made the sign. So I got a special color construction paper from Walmart, and I used that's my toner printer.
And I love it, man.
I used LibreOffice. I used LibreOffice to develop the sign. It's just a landscape setting, and I use title in the subtitle to make the text.
Actually, shout the random fan. I think I'm feeling some Tay-Dog no-sag.
Yeah, man, it's America's crazy ass girlfriend. Happy Mother's Day on Slave, y'all. The fuck did you just call me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That
Pure
way we'll
insanity.
see you in hell, Jack.
No,
all
that's
you
not what's done anyway.
all you self-fulfilling salvation motherfuckers are going to
So I
go
went
to
to
hell.
YouTube once.
Let's escape
met some
hell
people.
together. Did you?
Oh,
All
I don't
right.
want to investigate hell.
So we're here.
Let's conquer hell and make it peaceful instead. Let's go to hell and conquer it and make it peaceful.
Like when Jesus, if you're such a Jesus guy, Hank, don't you, or Paul, Jack, don't you remember that Jesus said you would not want your arch nemesis to go to hell if you knew what it was?
Correct.
Yep.
Well,
that's
they're
correct.
not powerful enough to take
Yeah,
over hell. I am.
I want to lead everyone to heaven. Help.
No,
lead
see, that's why you're
everyone.
going to hell, because you're saying I walk a story of Jesus and I'm going to lead you to heaven.
I'm
Wrong.
suggesting if you can do better than me, do better than me. But do
No,
it the
it's
way
not
of
about
Jesus.
that merit system. This is how your system you bitch about has tricked you with your resumes and your
no,
report cards
no.
by grace
Tom,
alone.
Tom, right? Grace is here in the present.
Not this Grace
with
Thorpe.
peace.
I mean the grace of Jesus.
Tom, it's here in the present moment.
No.
This is where we
No.
live. We don't need to fight. We
No, it
don't
was
need
in the
to
past.
worry.
In the new
Tom.
what do we call it when Jesus was crucified? It was the new, like the New Testament, the new thing.
The new
I forget the
covenant.
word for
New
it.
covenant.
Yes, the new covenant. Thank you, Jack. The new
Yes.
covenant. And did you know that day that Jesus was sacrificed, that they were doing all the sacrificial lambs around the city, and that river was running red with that blood until Jesus' blood joined it? That's the last time we ever needed blood sacrifice.
So shepherd's pie. Yeah.
Okay, so the new covenant is to walk with love, with grace, with unity.
Just believe
That-
and then live
no,
like one who believes.
That is the religious practice that has kept people separated from the
I
truth and the
can't
love
reach you,
of
man.
God.
I can't reach you if you can't grasp what I just said.
But Tommy,
Trek,
let me ask you a question.
I know Muslims don't buy the Jesus actually died, but what is the Muslim form of salvation? How do you know you go to heaven in Muslim terms?
You got to follow all the prophets. Like he's a prophet in the religion for the Muslims. That he had never been crucified. Like God put somebody else in there as a body, and he'll come back to save us all. That's the common thing that we have with Christians.
Yeah,
that
that's
he
how
will come
Machine
back to
Lies
save.
blew my mind. I was like, Machine Lies, you're the first Muslim that ever said Jesus will return, like that I heard say Jesus will return and rule. I'm like, are you sure you're not Christian, bro?
No, that's Muslim right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I get it. The difference is you guys don't believe he died. And
how about?
No, they believe in God, but don't believe Jesus was God. That's a prophet.
Wait, Hank, what did that sign say again? I missed it.
Oh yeah, it says, "What's your Paul and miracle crazy ex-girlfriend?
Thanks. Now I get it. Now I
Happy
see
Mother's Day, Slavia."
Jack,
Tommy, I really
how
think
do you
that-
like
yeah, go ahead.
this panel karma for all the hours I've spent in your backstage? I'm even giving you a little flow state karma just because you guys are butt buddies.
I think Jack's getting hot. Take it off, Jack. It's okay if you're hot.
Jack is like, what was the movie about just the dad bods that became a stripper crew? Jack totally could have been in that movie.
I want to
But
be in
after
my
seeing-
own. I'm already in my own movie. You guys are co-stars at the moment, and it's
I'm not even a co-star. I'm in the back.
So after hearing about flow state going on Paul's yesterday, I went and checked it out. And the secret gem there is the footage of Jack is perfect to make him out to be George McFly. Jack got like the comb over flop like George McFly. He had the look of that, hey, you, get your damn hands off her. And like, look how he's doing his hair right now. It's like he's up in the branch trying to see through the window and he falls. And but it's
Hey,
weird
Tommy,
because
rumors
Go
are
ahead.
that Jack is into sorcery. What do you think about that?
I think he doesn't realize he is. I'm trying to tell him how
Yeah,
Antichrist
yeah.
he is. He
Ren
won't hear it.
said that Jack would be a Mason if he was not kicked out of his house in time. So there you go. That's all you need to know. Just ask Rant about it.
everything is
Rant?
possible.
We haven't seen. Yeah, we haven't seen Rant in a minute. Where is he?
I
Hiding in
kind
his
of
rabbit
checked
hole.
him hard because his daddy likes me more than him. The same with Paul. Everybody's daddy likes me more than their sons on here. Pops likes me more. PFL Senior likes me more. And I think there's one more daddy I'm forgetting about that likes me more. I'm a good son. I'm the good son.
How many daddies are there, Tommy? I thought there's only one daddy.
Oh, Sky Daddy, yeah, but I used to despise Rance and his dad as a combo until the last time I interacted with him. He was laughing at all my stuff, saying he never thought about things I said, and Rance was kept in check. And Rance has like 4 kids of his own. He needs to learn to pull out.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I agree.
Know what I'm saying? Know
No
what
more
I'm saying?
green pies or rant.
Know what I mean?
Jack, the floor is all yours.
I wish I had Hank as a sign spinner when I ran at Domino's. I did have a more badass sign spinner. He was a blind cowboy with a blind black dude with dreads and a cowboy hat. They made me quit using him because he was great at it, but the franchisee was like taking it like I was exploiting him. I'm like, no, he loves it. He wants to work. He's blind. It's one thing he can do as a blind guy. They made me get rid of him. And that guy's dead now. Not the blind guy, but that franchisee's dead.
Whoops.
He
Don't know how to
liked to do
advertise.
coke and rent his extra rooms out to college boys. You know,
Yeah, it's fucked up, ain't it?
you could make those implications. I'm not sure anything happened, but yeah, I didn't like the guy very much.
Tommy, let me ask you a question. Do you agree, like, walking this walk as a Christ being, or even any other people that believe in their religion, that it's going to be an alone walk? And I'm trying to believe has to be an alone walk.
Yeah. Well, I think there's the body of the church and family, but I agree that my path is and it's not making me special for the haters that are going to come at me. I have been separated because it was too obvious how everything has happened. And like the story's still happening that I can't talk about yet until the present is older. Like you guys know, I talk about the wreck era stuff and how I went through the homeless, but things are happening right now that's still part of it that it would devalue and ruin it if I was out here talking about it in the moment. But we'll eventually get to it. When will then be now in the future?
How do you think I could do a better job of having people join who are willing to talk about what I'm saying?
You have to understand, Jack, we're not hating on you when we're
You're
honest to God saying, no, listen, we're honest to God saying, Jack, it's like your chat was finally doing it yesterday. I said nothing. I don't even think I was here yet. And your chat is going, Jack, you say this every day. You loop this every day. And that's what we've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, I know, because I keep saying the things that people are not listening to.
But the things you keep saying, like I said, are broad spectrum. We need action, but not what the playbook is.
Tom, please, I'd much rather you try to understand me, because
try to understand what I understand.
I'm getting tired of being ignored and talked over. And this is what I'm talking about. Tommy. This is what I'm talking about for these streams. Yeah, I've been misrepresented, and there's a lot of naysayers about the quality of what I'm doing. You guys aren't fucking helping me at all. So I know there's value available from me, through me, that could literally transform people's lives. I mean, Jason, I see you're still pattering the drink. You're free to do whatever you want. You obviously haven't found the inspiration or motivation to change, but, you know.
It is what it is at this moment.
You
wish you well.
Well, and here's the thing, too. It's a disappointment for me, because that means that I have shared time with you. I've offered the support, and you don't take me seriously. You either don't take me seriously or you don't take you seriously. And if you don't take you seriously or me seriously, and I'm not talking just to Jason.
No, I'm hearing you. in general. I know what you're saying.
Well, I actually feel that the opportunities of life, I care about them these days. I care about the possibility that we could find a way to help end wars. We could find a way to be the voice of reason. Somehow, if we come together and we start doing something instead of this bullshit every single day. This is nuts.
Here on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh shit, you just fucked up.
Explain.
I don't need to. Everybody else on the planet got it. Did you?
No.
No,
What did
I
you
didn't,
just
I didn't get it.
of? What did you just?
I can explain.
Please.
So what I'm doing here is I'm doing some R&D because we're gonna run into the people we're already running into on the YouTube anyways. So I'm doing some R&D so I know what the loops are, so we can take advantage of the loops to end the wars. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but that's what I'm doing.
Because that's what's up.
Yeah, Jason, I don't think you actually know what you're talking about either.
Oh, I do.
Do you? So then explain yourself instead of making the assumption that...
Okay. You were just explaining how everybody should believe in what you were saying, which is great. That's cool. But you're like enforcing it.
No. See, now you've changed. Now you've changed from what the conversation was, because the conversation I was talking about is that I was tired of the looping, the wasting the time day after day. And you said on YouTube, I said, yep. And then that's when you jumped into some sort of superiority complex as though you got me. So what the fuck did you think you saw, Jason? Because I think you're a confused man who doesn't know what's true.
Extremely confused. Yep.
I know. And it's unfortunate because if you chose to move beyond your confusion, if you put your arrogance aside and actually, cared to see what was really available here, you and I would be having different conversations, and your family would probably be experiencing an improved version of you, but...
Cool.
But yeah, you're right, Jack. But he's under the influence. Like, I was an addict before, and I'm not putting him down in any way. I don't think he's going to be able to be coherent enough at the moment to make these calls and make these judgments when he's, constantly drinking.
Good point. And I don't need to highlight that. You're right. This may not be the best opportunity to communicate some of these ideas, but it's the pattern I get to deal with. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I do these live streams because I believe what I've learned can help people. I've been through addiction and the misery of, I gotta drink. I just gotta drink. There's no other thing I can do. I've been through that nonsense.
Yeah.
And I found ways to heal. I know there's a lot of ways to heal, and I know the life that's found when we turn away from our old ways of self-destruction. When we turn away from our old ways of self-destruction, you start building up yourself. Soon enough, you might believe you can change the world. And if you think you can change the world, then Jack Talcott won't sound so crazy and stupid, right? It's your limited thinking. And I'm speaking to the haters, to those not in particular here on the panel, but those who have been tuning in and finding their hate towards me.
I got no hate against you, man.
I don't feel a lot of
respect. A few months ago, followed you, ignored, watched, and
I know. Hey, no fault.
Here I am. I got no ill intent.
Yes. And please, I don't mean it to come across as though I feel
I get what you're saying.
No, I get what you're saying. I just know that these lives we're living,
I'm addicted. Yeah, that's what it is.
They can be transformed.
They sure can.
And the thing is,
they sure can.
People don't know who I see. I'm seen a lot in the groups of these panels, right? So I'm associated with that. But where my heart is, where I truly do feel more connected, is with other coaches, other people who are leading others into health, into success. I've invited people like
that. I know what you mean.
Well, sure you do.
Yeah. Like that's what me and the wife love to do. You know, we go down to the College of Piping. The kids are taking dance classes. We encourage them. We make sure that, you know, some families can't afford the stuff, so we help them out. Like, we'll do a fundraiser, walk around, sell things. That's what's up.
All right. I'm not sure that's related to what I was saying, but...
Oh, you were talking about, yeah, me being on drugs and shit. Sorry. I totally switched that up.
No, yeah, it's about coaching.
No, it was a drunk. Sorry, not drunk. Sorry, I fucked that one up. Drunk. Sorry.
So, I was incoherent. I'm a corporate coach. I'm in the same field as Jack.
It's
incoherent.
It's interesting to know that there's hundreds, thousands of people just like me saying stuff about spirituality and about peace and self-development and overcoming addictions. There's thousands like me. And yet the people I've found want to prove
you can't help
me.
They don't give a shit.
Well, you're speaking about yourself.
No, obviously you didn't learn.
Well, you're speaking about yourself.
Hey, no. Jack, I have a favor to ask you. Can you share my screen?
Please. Yeah.
So this is a comment Paul presented to his chat. I'll read it. Profit Structure Movies people. You know Hank is deep in his feelers because he's spending so much energy making and holding that sign. I must have really upset him when I told him I didn't need him here. But he does need me here because he knows I'm here and he's rebroadcasting your show, Jack. So he clearly does need us. Otherwise, he'll just turn the show off. He needs us. We exist to keep him in check. We're doing our part.
I doubt it. I doubt it, Hank. I don't think Paul needs anybody, or anybody needs anybody, not just Paul. But I don't. You know, I disagree with that.
Well. Everyone can make their own judgment, but it just looks that way to me because he has to share Jack's show with his audience because he thinks he owns it and he needs more content.
No, he just. I mean, you gotta be. It is more. It is an entertainment as well, Hank. So, the story has to be done a certain way to make it more entertaining. I agree with that, and that's from Jack's side or Paul's side or anybody's side on these panels.
Huh? Well, I'm nerdy, so I can watch boring stuff. I guess other people don't have that benefit, that focus.
Yeah, everybody brings something. I think Tommy brings something to the table. Jack does. You do. Everybody does. Even Jason, even though he's maybe
no, he doesn't.
No, don't say that about yourself. Now you're putting yourself down, and that's not good. You bring something to the table. You're just incoherent to see at the moment, I think, but you can.
You know, just before I went down, whenever I chat that Jack flipped it for real. Like, just because I stopped calling him out doesn't mean it's not happening. Like, he goes from I'm trying to help you to why won't anybody help me, like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
Tom, right here, okay, so what? There's the reality that we're all in this life together. We can help each other,
but you don't see that you're a son of your daddy. It's the direct contradiction. You're like, I'm here trying to teach you people. Why won't you listen? And then when we listen, you're like, someone effing help me.
Okay, well, Tom, here's the deal. This is the paradox I've been in. People have been unwilling to trust me enough to learn from me because of my situation. They want to judge me for my problems. So people have been unwilling to listen to me. Listen,
May I cut in one
no.
situation?
My life, there's many situations, and if you don't know, please just sit back and
Yeah,
pick
we
up
don't
what I'm
have the
saying.
time.
All right.
But what I was
So,
pointing out is
Tom,
all kinds of hosts, on these channels.
Tom, I'm not all kinds. I am different, and I understand
Well,
that.
we're all different, but
I
the same thing
realize
all these
that.
hosts want to do is you can't tell us why we don't. You
don't
can't
allow
tell us
me to
the
say anything.
reasoning we're not feeling it. We tell you why
Tom,
we're not feeling it.
Right. You tell me what you think and you argue and you insist I'm wrong. But here's what I want you to consider. It doesn't matter what you think. What is happening
That's why no
here,
one's going to help you. You say stuff like that.
what is happening here, what I have been dealing with, yes, I know what I've learned can sincerely transform someone's life. And nobody, for whatever reason, one day, that's all I've asked for. Someone wants to try and change their life, spend one day, commit a couple of hours with me, and let's see what you can fucking learn. But nobody's been willing to do that, Tom.
No.
And so, Tom,
this is the approach you need to take.
Tom, I'm trying to finish saying, and please accept all of this first, because there's both sides of it. I know I can help people if someone would be willing to try and allow themselves to be helped by someone like me. But it's hard to receive some help from someone like me when, I'm going before the judge tomorrow, allegedly, to find out about the eviction. I don't have money. I don't have family. I don't have a career. And there's plenty of people like Paul and all these other knuckleheads who want to paint me as though I'm not someone to be trusted or learn from. The thing is, Tommy, if anyone learned from me, they'd be a better version of themselves. And a better version of themselves would be willing to help a man like me.
On my stream, I literally shared the chat from you or the text from you saying, Tom, stop blaming me for not paying my bills.
Right. Tom, you want to judge me for the circumstances. No. You want to judge me and blame me for the situation where I've ended up in. And this is what I'm suggesting. No, Tom.
I'm not holding you to anything we don't all already hold ourselves to and agree on in society.
Tom, what you're doing is, again, you're focusing on one part so you can be convicted and be right. And you're kind of missing the bigger picture of what it is I'm doing, what I'm saying.
That's more the misrepresentation. Oh, you just have to be right. Like, no, I'm trying to help you. You want help. I'm trying to help. We've watched you for 2 years.
I've received nothing helpful.
Or sit yourself into this.
What has been helpful?
I mean, the only advantage Paul has is he's fucking a granny for his rank. So I respect you're not doing that. Hold on, my dog's wobbling.
All right. Well, good. I'm gonna put you.
Holy shit, brother! What's good? Fivespeed, what's good?
Welcome.
Unmute yourself, my brother.
This
he's
is
still muted like motherfucker.
So, Jason, it looked like you put your number in the back.
Yeah.
If you're in,
I don't give a shit. That's me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
because I've chased a lot of people offering them my support and my help, but they've not wanted it. So I tell you what, I saw you take the effort. I've dropped my phone number and my email in the back. Cool. If you're interested in connecting offline, please initiate and we'll see what we can do. All right. Cool. But I honestly believe, sincerely, I believe I know miracles happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know the healing power of the truth. I know how God has been allowing me to learn and prepare. So I really have faith that when it's not just Jack, well, it's always, this is the lesson. We're all on our own. It's just us and God. But by God's grace, God allows other people into our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You got other people in your life, Jason?
I sure do. And I just like a good brother I haven't seen in a minute. It's good to see you here, Fivespeed. It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, you too, Jason.
Brother.
You're welcome.
I didn't come up here to distract from what you were doing, Jack. I just come up to share and whatever happens.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You're actually a welcome addition, to be honest, from what I've seen recently, especially. So, although I'm considering maybe it is time to wrap up. Actually, I just remembered the local city council starts in an hour. I don't really feel inspired to go that way, but maybe I should hop off and at least allow the opportunity to be available.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I think it's
Jack,
time to
maybe
wrap
you
up.
should skip the city council tonight, wouldn't it be awkward if you went to city council, made a big standing, and they're like, bravo, and then the next day they see you in the court thing for the thing?
This is the life I'm living.
Jack.
You know what?
Nah, never mind. I can't even.
Thank you, Tommy. See you later. I'll probably be on your show later.
Well, I mean, it's hard to juggle Jack and a cancer dog. I mean, I got to pick one or the other.
Tend to your dog.
Yeah.
All right, Jack. Thanks, buddy. We'll catch you on the next one.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Fivespeed.
Many blessings, everyone.
Take care, brother.
Yes. Appreciate you. And we're going to pop Tommy out. And Jason, Hank, final words?
Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day in Slavia.
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm going to go send myself to the back.
Hey, thank you to you both. Sincerely, I appreciate you. And Jason, I didn't mean to highlight you and what I saw. You're a good man. I appreciate you're another brother, another person like me. We're all living this life together, brothers and sisters, all of us. We are all living this life together, this one time here in history. And we get to decide what we become to some degree. Mostly, I think we get to discover what we become. And one of the things I wanted to offer today with the idea of finding natural peace is recognizing where you might be morally disengaging. Where are you making excuses for yourself? Where are you allowing yourself to be corrupted? Where are you showing yourself less than honest and authentic, supportive, kind, loving, true, whatever? Where is your darkness? Everyone's got the darkness until we do the inner work. And I'm telling you, the inner work is so important. A spiritual practice is so important. Whoever's listening, please trust me in that. Figure it out for yourself. Change your own life. Please, the world deserves it. We don't need this continuing insanity of egoic patterns day after day after day. Selfish, arrogance, just destruction, just hurling insults at each other, casting bombs. There's sincerely violence and destruction that's rampant in this world. And brothers and sisters, that darkness can bring a lot of fear and confusion. But one thing I've learned for us all is what today brings. What today brings is up to you. Sincerely, you're going to experience a day today and a day tomorrow by God's grace, but what we experience is up to us. We get to decide. Are we serving the ways of the world? Are we serving the fear and the the orders, the opinions, the limitations placed on us by someone else? Are we serving the corruption and the darkness and the patterns of separation? Or are we breathing forth one life together? You know, the scripture talks about, and I mentioned earlier, the double-minded man being unstable in all ways, and there's the other, when the eye be single, when the vision be whole, when it be unified, as though you are one with the truth, one with the love, one with the life that you are. Then you're one with God, you're one with the Christ, and you're one with the life that is. It's all comes down to perspective. And finding the right words for you can help your perspective change. And if your perspective can change a little bit, then you may feel more peace and more life in your heart, in your being. And when you feel more love and life, and you align yourself with the natural peace and flow of being you, if you can align yourself with that, it's what we're here to do. We're here to align with peace, the natural flow that becomes you. It's found when we drop our resistance, drop our confusion, drop our anger. And again, I mentioned my practice earlier today. I invite in consciously the spirit of comfort to join me, to know it. And so that I can be aligned with the living truth, the wisdom, the God of the life that is here for us all. I think it's true. I'm going to wrap it up here. Sincerely, thank you again, all of you here on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, whether you found me on my channel or Paul's channel or some other channel. Thank you for doing so. Blessings to us all. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless and thank you.